Hello, good morning, children. So, today we are going to start lecture number 2 of chapter 5. So, before starting this lecture, we discuss some topics which we have done in lecture number 1 of chapter 5. Are you ready, all? Okay, good. So, then we'll start page number 44, chapter 5. Come to the page number 44. Business Organization 1. Forms of Business Organization 1. So in this chapter, we have learnt about the sole proprietorship meaning, then characteristics, and then advantages. And now we start the limitations of sole proprietorship. But before that, we discuss some characteristics and advantage and meaning. Just a one kind of revision of the last lecture. So what is sole proprietorship? Sole proprietorship is such a form in which the firm is owned, managed and controlled by only one person. That means our owner is only one person and management of sole proprietorship is also done by that person and also controlled by that only one person. That means a single person can start a business, that is called sole proprietorship. Only one person invest capital and bear all the loss even if it is, and also gain the profit. This is a simple meaning in common parlance. Now, according to Lewis and Henry, sole proprietorship is such a form of business organization in which there is only one person at the top who is responsible, who direct activities of business and also bear the risk of failure only by himself. See students, if an examination question asks like the write a definition of a sole proprietorship, then you can write anyone from these two. But if specified in question, you write a definition according to Lewis and Henry, then you have to write the definition which we given in second para, which is given in second para. Is it clear? Okay, good. Then characteristics. See students, in lecture number 1 we studying in detail. So now we just had point revising. Okay. So how many characteristics of sole proprietorship? 8. Easy to establish, then capital, power of administration, freedom of work and quick decision, then liability, then maintenance of secrecy, then personal contact, then centralization of ownership and management. See, total 8 characteristics and most of the advantage and characteristics are the same. So it is very easy to learn for you. So try to learn at the time. Okay. Now advantages. How many advantages are there? Total 8. Easy establishment process, then less capital, maintenance of secrecy, quick division, personal contact, flexibility, and less tax burden, less legal restriction. See, point number 7, point number 6, at least one or two points are the different from the characteristics. Otherwise, both the uh, all the head points of both the questions are the same. But try to identify the difference from the detail, because detail of advantages and detailed information of characteristics a little bit difference between these, not that much, a thin line difference between detail of characteristics and detail of the advantages. Otherwise head point as the same. Then limitations. I hope you all clear about the characteristics and advantage. Still, if you have any doubt, then you can ask me through comment or WhatsApp group or other जो भी ऑप्शन आपके पास है, बट प्लीज़ एनी डाउट एनी टाइम you can ask me easily without feel any hesitation. Okay, good. So let's start the today's lecture. Finally, the current topic. Okay, limitations of sole proprietorship. First, limited capital. How limited capital in is the limitations of the sole proprietorship? See, only one person start a business, right? So a person who start the business is it bring a capital, so trading can be done with the less capital. So that is the most important advantage of sole proprietorship. But this is also limitation, because after the industrial revolution the size of business unit is getting larger, and in the larger business more capital is required, but only one person. How bring a more capital? Is it possible for a single person? No, it is not possible. That's why the limited capital is a limitations as well as advantage of sole proprietorship. So for this reason, raising a required capital become a difficult for the owner. So many a times a sole proprietorship firm is not capable to purchase a raw material in large quantities, big size machines, and to have big storage facility. Is that clear? Good. And the second point is the unlimited liability. Sole proprietor has unlimited liability. Therefore, he cannot free himself from his liability. See, unlimited liability. That means for the a set of loss of the company or a business, if a required fund is not available in business, then sole proprietor or a owner of that business have to sell the personal property and payment to the debt and clear the liability. So that is called unlimited liability. In short, for the payment of a company, or sorry, a business, a person have to sell his personal property and make payment for the business debt. Clear? Okay, good. Now read the text. Read in textbook. See, sole proprietor has the unlimited liability. Therefore, he cannot free himself from his liability. So, if the borrowing have increased over a business asset and liabilities, then he has to sell his personal property and make payment for a business debt. In this way, the owner himself has to bear all the risk of business. Clear? Good. Point number 3, short duration. When the owner of the business dies or is declared insolvent or lost mental balance, the existence of business can come to an end. See, a single owner, a single manager, that means a managed, controlled, and owned by only one person. See, if that one person is died, then it is declare or a declare insolvent or a declare losses mental balance, then business can come to the end. So if the hearers do not have the ability to run the business, then it is possible that the business get weaker, and in many a case business come to the end. See student, in third topic, uh, what is trying to say, if a single person can doing a business and also owned and controlled and managed by him or his, then if he die or he declare insolvent, then his son or daughter or other legal has continued that business. But his legal has is not capable to run the business, then it is possible the business can weaker, and also it is possible the business comes to the end. So it is a short duration. If and only if owner of business die or declare insolvent or lose mental balance. Otherwise it is not. Then limited work capacity. In sole proprietorship, the owner is responsible to formulate the policies of business. Everybody has the limitations of working. Though he may be very intelligent, sometimes the business suffer due to is a certain limitation, and in modern time the business require different types of skill and knowledge, and as in a sole proprietorship the scope of exchange of idea with others is very little, because in sole proprietorship only a one person can work, so the development of business remain limited. See, in a sole proprietorship, owner is responsible for formulate the policies and also implementation of the policies. So, normally a human body has a limited working capacity. So, due to that limitation of a working, they in sometimes they suffer. Uh, sorry, they suffer some illness, or due to that the business suffer some limitations. No doubt he may be very intelligent, but still, so now in modern time normal business require different types of knowledge and skill. So in business require different types of person who is expert in a expert who is expertise in a particular field. So in sole proprietorship that is not possible. So scope of exchange of ideas is a limited, and that's why the business development is not that much doing in sole proprietorship. See students, here we done the 4 points of limitations. Remaining 4 we will doing, but first we revise these four: limited capital, unlimited liability, short duration, and limited work capacity. Now it's your time. You have just 2 to 3 minutes. Revise all the 4 points of limitations with detailed information. Your time start now. रीडिंग परफेक्टली करना. Just go through the detailed information, at least one or two plain reading, and try to learn the head point. Just 4 point. From the fifth point, I'll explain. See, I zoom my screen and also scroll the screen so you can read easily from the screen. Complete. Still you have 1 minute. If you're done, then you again revise. 1 minute left. Okay, done? Good. See, after this, after the complete discussion, we read 3 times head points of this question and try to learn the head point. First I speak, then you all speak with me from your home. Okay? Good. So fifth point, possibility of work decision. So sole proprietor himself take a business decision, and that's why It does not have advantage to take the help from experience and specialized knowledge of others. So maybe the most capable and skilled, but his personal decision sometimes may be hasty or erroneous, means mistake हो सकती है and tends to damage to the business. It is very easy. Is that clear? Good. Then the sixth one is lack of advantage of large scale business. See, in this type of business, capital is limited. So, large scale business is not possible due to limited capital, unlimited liability. So, that's why that is a lack of advantage of large scale business. So, now we read in textbook. Okay. Due to limited capital, the business remain limited in sole proprietorship as there is unlimited liability and the owner cannot go for a larger enterprise as a purchase and sell are on a small scale basis. That's why the sole proprietorship have not that much purchase and sell. Clear? Okay, good. So read these 2 points in 1 minute. Please speed here. बिकॉज अभी हमें हेड पॉइंट्स रिवाइज भी करने हैं. Then we start the HUF. First, we revise all the head points of advantage, disadvantage and characteristics. Then we'll start business run by HUF. It is a totally new topic. It is a totally different from the sole proprietorship. So first form of business organization is the sole proprietorship, and then the second form of organization is the HUF. Okay, done reading? Good. So see, let's come on the page number 44 and start the pick up head points of characteristics of sole proprietorship. Every head points we speak 3 times at least. You all speak with me. Okay, I know you all are at your home, but still you have to speaking with me because due to this oral speaking, you learn easily. So characteristics: easy to establish, capital, power of administration, freedom of work and quick division, then liability, maintenance of secrecy, personal contact, centralization of ownership and management. Again, repeat. First, easy to establish, capital, power of administration, freedom of work and quick division, liability, maintenance of secrecy, personal contact. Then the last one is the centralization of ownership and management. Again, first, easy to establish, second, capital, third, power of administration, fourth, freedom of work and quick division, fifth, liability, sixth, maintenance of secrecy, seventh, personal contact, eighth, centralization of ownership and management. Okay, now I speak only numbers 1, 2, 3 and give a space between the 2 points. You speak the points by your own self and I speak only a head number. Okay, first speak. Okay, see students, you all are at a different place. I know you all are at your home, but still try to feel like you are in classroom. Okay, first point, second point, third point, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth. Clear? I hope you all speak by yourself honestly. Huh? Now, advantages of sole proprietorship: easy establishment process, less capital, maintenance of secrecy, quick division, personal contact, then flexibility, less tax burden, and less legal restriction. Are you all speaking with me? I hope you all. Okay. Easy establishment process, less capital, maintenance of secrecy, quick division, personal contact, flexibility, less tax burden, and less legal restriction. Now, limitations of sole proprietorship: limited capital, unlimited liability, short term duration, limited work capacity, possibility of wrong decision, and lack of advantage of large scale business. Again, limited capital, unlimited liability, short term duration, limited work capacity, possibility of work decision, lack of advantage of large scale business. Again, repeat: limited capital, unlimited liability, short duration, limited work capacity, possibility of work decision, lack of advantage of large scale business. See, students, I give a time for you only. Otherwise, if I want, then I can tell you कि आप अपने आप अलग से रीड कर लेना और लर्न भी कर लेना, बट नहीं, आई ट्राई माई बेस्ट कि आप मेरे साथ ही लेक्चर में लर्न कर लो. आई नो ना वी ऑल आर नॉट टुगेदर इन क्लासरूम, स्टिल आई ट्राई टू कि हम क्लास में ही ऐसा फील करो और मेरे साथ ही लर्न करो. एंड प्लीज़ डोंट लूज योर कंसंट्रेशन ड्यू टू एक्सटर्नल वॉइस. Please concentrate in lecture. Okay, so again we repeat all the head points, just one and last time, then we'll start the next topic. Characteristics of sole proprietorship: easy to establish capital, power of administration, freedom of work and quick division, liability, maintenance of secrecy and personal contact, centralization of ownership and management. An advantage of sole proprietorship: easy establishment process, less capital, maintenance of secrecy, quick division decision, personal contact, then flexibility, then less tax burden, and less legal restriction. Then limitations of sole proprietorship: limited capital, unlimited liability, short duration, limited work capacity, possibility of work decision, lack of advantage of large scale business. Done? Very good, everyone. See, here we done the first topic of this chapter, sole proprietorship. So we done the meaning, characteristics, advantage and limitations of this topic. So full topic we have done. And now we are going to start the new topic, which is HUF, Hindu Undivided Family Business run by HUF. It is a totally new form of business organization. First one is sole proprietorship and the second one is the HUF. So let's start. Okay. Just 2 minutes. Meaning, according to Hindu law, business is inheritable. So business acquired by way of inheritance by HUF, then it is called a form of HUF. See, it is very small topic, only a meaning and 9 characteristics in this topic. It is very easy and it is also very small. All the members of, just a minute, all the members of family are called its member. Member of HUF. Administration of such a firm is in hands of head of family. Then he is called Karta, like our grandfather or our big father, like the big brother of our father, right? So it is called, then he is called Karta. If a senior most person does not wish to run the business, then the administration is passed on to the next eldest person. So existence of such firm is a popular in India and Nepal. See students, we all are seen this type of firm in our family. Not in all family, but in most of the family we can see. So meaning is very easy. Just we repeat, according to Hindu law, business is an inheritable. So business acquired by way of inheritance by a Hindu undivided family, then it is called a form of HUF. All the members of family are called members. Please underline. Then administration of such that firm is in hands of the head of family, like grandfather or a big brother of our father, and he is called Karta. Please underline, it is a one mark question, meaning of Karta. And also it is important for the MCQ. If the senior most person does not wish to run the business, then the administration is passed on to the next eldest person, and the existence of such a firm is popular in India and Nepal. Because if father dead, then his son is continue that business, then the son's sons, then the son of son. So HUF is not came to the end is easily. So it is a exist. So that's why the existence of that form is a popular in India and Nepal. That is the reason of that existence. So is it clear? Understood perfectly? Okay. So now characteristics. We just read the only head points because today we the time is come and we just done today's lecture. So explanation, detailed explanation of characteristics will start in next lecture. Now we just read the head point. Existence by law, then management, then independent field of operation, then membership, then financial control, then liability, then lifespan, then difficulty in raising fund, and then insolvency. See students, we'll start the next detailed explanation in next lecture. Now we done today's lecture, and in your homework you write limitations of sole proprietorship in detail in your fan note, and write head points in your head point book, and also start the new topic HUF in your fan note, and write a meaning or definition, and also write head points of characteristics, advantage and limitation of sole proprietorship in rough book two times. So is that clear? What is homework in today's lecture? Hello everyone, is that clear? Still I repeat, in homework, characteristics, advantage and limitations, head point. Only head points of this top of sole proprietorship write two times in rough book, and in your fair note write the limitations with detail in your fab book. One time in fab book and one time in rough book. And also write the head points of limitations in your head point book. Okay, now is it clear? Okay, good. Still you have any doubt and homework, then you can ask me through comment. So now we done today's lecture.